There's Jamie Hamilton there. I'll just give him a call.
Hi, hello Martin.
Hello, is this Jamie?
Speaking.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Great. Are you in London at the moment?
I am, yes, South East London, Sydenham.
Oh, okay, I don't know. I was there last week, but I don't know the place where you are.
Okay, cool. Where are you from?
I'm from Cheshire.
Oh, right, okay.
I've been in St. Petersburg for 2.5 years. And the school, the company that I'm working for has been going since around May last year.
Okay.
So it's a start-up.
Is this something you've started with friends?
Yeah, me and some friends started it.
Uh-huh.
And it's at the point now where we're not only doing physical lessons but online lessons as well, which you mentioned you're interested in both. Is that right?
Well, St. Petersburg's a very interesting sounding city. The wages aren't particularly high. I mean, for teachers. I mean, I've looked at a couple of schools. I had an interview with the Orange School.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, St. Petersburg sounds an amazing city to live in. I mean, I've spent the last year living in Libya.
Right. Yeah.
So I came back just before Christmas. I mean, so it's a kind of a toss-up, really. I mean, I've had a good offer to go back to Libya. You know, the money would be for TEFL, the money would be amazing, really.
Right.
Living in a 5-star hotel, but the only problem is it's still in Libya.
Okay. Would you consider it quite high risk as a job?
I mean, I spent almost a year there, and I didn't have any major problems. But it's very restrictive. You know, there's no sort of culture. There's no interesting walks that you can do, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it has. Which is, I'm sure, the opposite of St. Petersburg, which has, you know, amazing culture and art and history and all that kind of thing, which is, you know, what I love. But it's not probably working there isn't going to allow me to save money, which is, you know, what I should, if I'm being sensible, it's what I should be focusing on.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know. So the online, you know, the online opportunity is in the immediate term. That's probably more suitable.
Okay, so you're interested in St. Petersburg or Russia for the culture and the lifestyle, but the research you've done tells you that the wages aren't great. Can I ask what did Orange say on the website? What do they pay as a salary?
I think it was about £800 a month for the first 2 months, and then going up possibly, you know, by 10% or so.
Okay, £800 a month. That's basically our starting salary or our guaranteed salary, but there's a potential to make a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So this £800 a month figure with us, it's based on doing about 10 lessons a week, which is 2 lessons a day, which is not very much really. So when we're busy, or the periods where we're expected to be busy, around about the time possibly you'd be thinking to come out, you'd be doing a lot more than 2 lessons a day. Even if you were doing 2 lessons a day, this 40,000 rubles a month is is fine to live on. It's above the Russian average, and having that much free time to explore the city in your first few weeks isn't such a bad thing, really. But we'd be hoping that teachers can teach more like 3 or 4 lessons a day.
Okay. Is that how long's a lesson?
Lesson is an hour and a half.
Okay. Okay.
So when it's up to 60,000 rubles, which is doing 3 lessons a day, so 3 1 hour and a half lessons a day, that's more like £1,100.
Okay.
And that's your untaxed wage. That wage wouldn't change here.
Okay. A bit glary here. Let me go. So is that but then rent and would that be taxable as well? You say?
Rent, no. People usually do it privately through their landladies or landlords. I mean, I'm in a house for 2 people and I'm paying 15,000 for myself. The other room is 15. Anything from 20,000, you could be living in your own place. And we can offer some support with the accommodation when teachers come out as well.
Okay.
What are you doing in London at the moment?
Desperately looking for work. Yeah, there's not a lot of TEFL work here this time of year.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot more in the summer, but that doesn't really begin until May. Doesn't really pick up until May, so.
Right.
I mean, I've got yes. I mean, so the online teaching would really suit me at the moment. Do you have much in the way of online work, or are you more focused on getting teachers actually to come to St. Petersburg?
No, we're actually focused on the online side, but we need teachers to come here as well. And the online is a good introduction to what it's like actually teaching with us, because we offer students lessons which are then backed up online, so all their homework is done online based on the lessons that they've had. So if you can picture, you teach with a whiteboard sometimes, right? If you imagine that's not a whiteboard but a computer screen, and you're building the lesson interactively with students, using a colour scheme for language and using pictures from Google to highlight the vocabulary and laying it out in different ways to present the grammar, the students can then take that home with them, or they can look at it again online, do all their homework online, and this is the way that lessons on Skype are done as well. You build the board while you teach the student, and then send their homework to them after, and it's all marked on the internet as well.
Okay.
So that's how we do the lessons physically and online. Can I ask, what sort of time are you looking, or when are you looking to come out to St. Petersburg?
Well, I mean, again, there's I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't know. When's your busy period? I mean, when do you anticipate sort of demand picking up and?
Well, we've just experienced the sort of winter, the Christmas drop, and then the students are starting to come back, and it'll be busier as of I guess March, going through to the summer. So the busiest times are March until the summer, and then again from September when the general students start back at school and university, until Christmas time again. So much like there. And the lead time on a visa is about 1 month for the invitation and the application to do.
Okay. And would you sort of arrange flights, or is that something I'd have to?
Yeah, we're actually just a small startup at the moment, and we can't offer reimbursement on the flights, I'm afraid.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think what I'd prefer to do is to leave that open that sort of question of coming to St. Petersburg.
Mm-hmm.
But with the online, I mean, I'm keen to begin as soon as possible if there was anything, if there were any opportunities, openings with the online.
Okay. All right, great. Can I ask, have you taught Russian learners before?
I've had some Russian learners in mixed groups in London, at the schools in London. They were university sort of age. Yeah, they were very quite loud, quite confident, quite demanding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of fun as well, but yeah, definitely quite definitely very confident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had the same experience with them. Some of them, yeah, quite loud and quite confident, and they also experience moments of shyness as well, especially around other Russian speakers. But when you're online with one, you don't get them sort of clamming up as if there are other Russians around, but it's more sort of you and them time, you know?
Sure.
So the conversational aspects be quite easy for you. As for the grammar, you've had quite a lot of experience, is that right? Of teaching
yeah,
in
I've had
general?
about 180 weeks of actual teaching experience.
Okay. So if I just think of a common Russian mistake that they make, they often say something like, I have been to Moscow yesterday.
Okay.
Can you tell me what the mistake there is?
Confusing present perfect and past simple. So yeah, if it's something particular in the past, then you'd use past simple. I was in Moscow yesterday. If it's present perfect, then I have been to Moscow, but without the time period.
Okay, fantastic. And they often, I know you could hear mistakes then like she said me that I went to the shop.
Yeah, with I get confused with said and told. With told, you need an object. She told me, I told him, he told her. With said, if you use an object, then we use to with to.
Mm-hmm.
So he said to her, or she said to him.
Okay. And finally, what about the problem of a Russian person saying, I want that you made me a drink of coffee?
I want that you made me a drink
I
of
want
coffee.
that you made me a coffee, yeah.
I want that you made me a coffee. If they were using made, then well, I think I'd just begin with requests as probably start from scratch with a. I mean, I guess that would be an elementary learner. So I'd probably cover requests from scratch.
Okay.
And practice offering things. Would you like a coffee? What would you like? Would you like to go to the park and practice? Kind of.
All right, great. So, how do you do this? This from scratch business? Do you use textbooks or do you make your own materials?
I mean, commonly teaching, is done through textbooks. I mean, it's a slightly lazy approach, but there are. If you don't have materials which you're presenting and complete this exercise, then yeah, I think just in a conversational way, I might say, you might ask them, are you thirsty? Would you like a drink? and then maybe talk about myself. I could say I like to drink tea.